Hello, and welcome to the My Heart and Mind podcast, where it's all about creating the feel-good mindset so you can make the most of every moment and reap the benefits of getting the most happiness out of life. And now, over to your host, Sally Crawley.
My show is for you if you've had a heart attack, heart surgery, a cardiac arrest, or your life has been impacted by a cardiac diagnosis. It's all about mastering your thoughts and feelings and emotions so you can feel great and live a life that you love despite your diagnosis. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just before we get into the show though, please be aware that my work is not intended to replace conventional medicine. It is complementary. If you have any concerns about your health or your heart, then do seek medical expert advice immediately. Hey, happy day. Thank you for joining me. Today's episode is a relaxamation, and it focuses on taking time for yourself and putting yourself first. If you don't know what a relaxamation is, then you may want to listen to an episode called Relaxamations Explained, The Big Calm and the Feel Good Factor. It's number 22, but I'll link to it in the show notes. So let's begin. Let's talk about you. When was the last time you spent a whole day just for yourself, doing only what you wanted to do when you wanted to do it? I don't do it very often myself, and yet I know that I should. I need to learn to practice what I preach. It is actually an essential part of self-care, and self-care shouldn't be for when you're burnt out, uptight, stressed and feeling awful. It should be used as part of your everyday life to avoid feeling depleted and unable to cope. If you have others that you care for or look after, then you need to look after yourself first. Think of the oxygen mask on a plane. Always put it on yourself first, else you won't be able to save any others, and maybe you might even make the situation worse. Life should be enjoyable, as our mental health impacts our physical health. Do you know what brings you joy? Maybe a bit of homework for you? I know that sometimes I have to think about the things that I do that bring me joy and happiness, and then start to take them on board and do them more often. Time is something that we can't make more of, but we can make more money, have more relationships or more jobs. Find some time for yourself. Live with gratitude for all the experiences you have. If you can't give yourself a day though, then look for an hour or maybe just an afternoon. I want you to be glad that you did, rather than wish that you had. And now, it's at this point, I need to remind you to not listen to any more of this episode whilst you're driving. The same applies if you're operating machinery or involved in something that needs your full attention. It's best to listen to it only when you have time, somewhere where you can safely relax completely and are unlikely to be disturbed. As you are drifting, dreaming, dropping, falling, you can perhaps now or in a moment allow your memories to float back to a time, that time where you believed that everything and anything is possible. Perhaps you'll experience a clear moment in pictures or sound, or maybe just have a sense of that time and being you, and that's okay. Re-experiencing the memory, remembering the thoughts, recalling the feeling, the sensation and the knowing that you do know how it feels to believe that today is my day. Yes, it is. You can repeat this phrase to yourself in your own mind each time you hear me say it today. After today, saying it over and over again to yourself, repeating it out loud to yourself every day, many times a day, over the coming week. As you say to yourself, today is my day. Practice connecting the feelings and the words as if you really believe it. Feel it in your body. Know it in your mind. Imagine how it feels to really own that belief. Remember those times when you have known that today is my day. Today is my day. You use your time wisely. You figure out your priorities. You get organised. You act intentionally. You are grateful for each experience and make the most of each day. You care for your health and your well-being. You go to bed early so you can get enough sleep each night. You eat healthily and exercise regularly. You continue learning. You read books and travel. You take online courses, join colleges or universities. You talk with others about their hobbies or their careers. Today is my day. You give generously. Helping others gives you joy and satisfaction. You volunteer in your community. You do tasks and run errands for elderly neighbours or people that are just unwell. You put up bird feeders and water out for the birds in the winter. You spend time with your loved ones. You hang out with family and friends. You plan weekend outings, and you take time for solitude and relaxation. Today is my day. You express your creativity. You work on your hobbies. You draw, paint or colour. You play musical instruments or listen to music. And you cook gourmet meals. You work in your garden, or maybe redecorate your home. Today is my day. You challenge yourself. You tackle difficult tasks that help you to grow personally and professionally. You learn how to say no. You lighten up. You set time aside to laugh and play. You take relaxing breaks. And you see the humour in difficult situations. Today is my day. Today, you engage in meaningful activities and enjoy each moment you are given. You believe in yourself and follow your dreams. You are happy and successful. Today is my day. That's right. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and at the count of 5 and not before, you'll open your eyes only as quickly as is comfortable for you. 1, 2, 3, Halfway there, beginning to wiggle your fingers and toes. 4, eyelids beginning to flutter. And 5, bringing everything back with you and coming all the way back into the present time. I hope you enjoyed that. And here's your affirmations for today. 1, today is my day. 2, I set aside time to laugh and play. And 3, I spend time doing what I love. And I want you to say your affirmations 5 times each as a set, and repeat your set of affirmations at least once a day. So if you fancy doing a little bit more work on yourself around today is my day, here's your self-reflection questions. What is one new thing I want to try today? The next is, how can slowing down help me to stop wasting time? Thirdly, what can children teach me about enjoying life? And 4, what do I enjoy doing, having, or being? So that's it for today, and I look forward to talking to you again. Bye for now. Thank you for listening today. It means a lot to me. I hope you got at least one takeaway from this episode, and if you're interested, you can find the show notes and any links that I've mentioned on my website. It's www.myheartandmind.co.uk/podcast. And finally, I just want to remind you, you are loved more than you will ever know. You are admired by more people than you'd ever expect. And you are worthy of joy and happiness.
You've been listening to Sally Crawley and the My Heart and Mind podcast, a show for you if you've had a heart attack, cardiac event, or other life-changing experience and want to feel good. It's all about mastering your feelings and emotions so you can feel great and live the life you love. To find out more, visit www.myheartandmind.co.uk and note that that's an AND and not the ampersand character. Go be magnificent.